This Will County's News Talk Sports 1340 WJOL. It's time for Money Talk, brought to you by NuMark Credit Union. Harry Stewart is here. He is the NuMark Credit Union Vice President of Mortgage Lending. Hello, Harry.
Hey, Scott. How's it going?
Good to see you, my friend. I thought I'd done something wrong to offend you because they keep sending Benages in here.
yeah. Jim's a good guy.
Carol
too.
O'Malley, our guest, is going, what are you talking about, Benages? What is that, like a disease or something like that? No, it's Jim Benages. He's the financial advisor for NuMark. He's a great dude. But he's been coming in, he's been in 4 times since Harry's been in here.
You know what? Maybe they should, give me some of that time.
Carol's going, I'm not going down that road. I love Jimmy Benages. He's a good dude.
Yeah, I like
you guys,
Jim too.
I need you both in here at one time because I would be blessed.
That would be like
I would be my 2 favorite guys.
Collision of awesomeness.
Collision of awesomeness. That is good. Hey, folks, if you have an eligible loan with NuMark, you now have the option to skip 30 days of payments twice a year. Would you like to take a break from a loan payment? Break free. For more information about NuMark's financing, give them a call at 815-729-3211 or visit their website at newmarkcu.org. That's NUMARKCU.org. Today, Mr. Stewart, we are talking about prepping your home to sell. You guys do mortgages. Talk a little bit about your program, if you would.
Yeah, we're a full-service mortgage department. We do all sorts of first-time homebuyer programs. We work with Fannie Mae, Federal Home Loan Bank in Chicago, and several other investors to get people in their first home. So,
all right, it's a big thing, big purchase. They always say it's the biggest investment you'll ever make.
And I think everybody's on edge right when they're looking to buy their first house. So, getting a little hand-holding along the way goes well to keep them in a good mood and in good spirits through the process.
So what we're going to do here is we're going to talk to Harry and Carol O'Malley from Keller Williams Preferred Realty out of Orland. We're going to talk about prepping your home to sell. We do want to remind you that we are giving away a pair of Baker's Square pie cards at the end of the program. We're going to discuss prepping your home to sell, and some stat or figure is going to come up, and we're going to ask you to answer a trivia question at the end. If you are the first correct caller on the Turk Furniture studio line at 254-7300, you are going to win 2 Baker Square pie cards. Carol, good morning. Tell everybody a little bit about Keller Williams Preferred Realty.
We're located in Orland Park. There's over 200 agents in the office.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a big one.
It is a big one. And we are a full-service real estate company. We work with buyers agents, and there's sellers agents in the office as well.
And obviously you work with NuMark.
Oh, I love working with NuMark. We work with NuMark. Yes, we do.
Everybody loves Harry and Jim, right? And everyone else there.
Hope so.
How long have you been a realtor?
15 years.
15 years. So you've seen the
good, the bad, the ugly,
the bad, and the
pretty,
ugly.
yeah.
And now it's pretty good.
Now is a good time.
Now is a strange market. It is because, we always like to label stuff as a society. So we like to go, well, it's a buyer's market or it's a seller's market. But this is a strange time where it's a little bit of both, or is it still a little bit of both?
It's still a little bit.
That's what I thought. How can that be?
Well, we have buyers, new buyers. With the rates dropping, it's created a lot of new buyers. Sellers are now putting their houses on the market a little bit later. I think this year people held off at the beginning of the year, so we're looking at the sellers that we would have seen probably in February, March, April are June, July, and August right now.
Huh.
So, yeah.
Was it because of the weather, you think?
No, I think it was the uncertainty of what the rates were going to do.
Okay. All right, because they have come back down.
They have come back down.
They have. Harry, in your view, how is the market acting right now?
Oh, the housing market's great. And I don't know if you get my newsletter, but
I do, and I actually read it. One of the few newsletters that I read.
I had a survey, and the survey I was actually quoting a survey that was done, but 73% of people that responded to the survey said that it was a great time to sell your house, and 63% said it was a great time to buy. So it's I guess a buyer's and a seller's market at the same time. We have a combination of low mortgage rates, great job growth, great wage growth. It's like a trifecta of greatness for the housing market.
Sure.
So.
Carol, I'm not sure what it's like in Orland, but I know in Shorewood, Channahon, Minooka, parts of West Joliet, some homes in between, the $200,000 to $300,000 range, or maybe even a little bit lower than that in Joliet, they go on the market, and within days they have
They're sold.
multiple offers. Is that happening
That
in
is-
Orland as
yes,
well?
it is. The moderate house sale is going faster than the higher right now. That's where the buyers are right now. I think they're actually qualifying for, and correct me if I'm wrong, Harry, between 150 and 250, and that's the average.
Yeah, it seems like
That's what people are being able to.
Yes.
That makes
those
sense.
are the ones that are going real fast.
Okay, so that might help when they're in that 250, 260 range. Where do I price? If you price it 250 or below, 260 or below, it's going to go faster, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Interesting.
Definitely.
All right, that's something sellers should think about too.
Yeah, if you're right on the edge of like one of them $50,000 marks, maybe instead of 255, you want to get rid of it faster.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
price it at 249.9. Do those marketing tricks.
Yeah, well, and that's why you need a realtor, no doubt about that. So, Carol, let's get into some of the things in terms of making a house ready to sell, because prepping your home to sell is a big thing. Do I do this? Do I do that? We're going to discuss a lot of those things right now. But the first question I'm sure you get all the time, will I make more money if I list with someone like you, an agent?
Yes, I'm going to say absolutely. Reason being is we're educators as well, facilitators. We're going to be working with the sellers hands-on with, first of all, we'll start with a CMA, comparative market analysis,
Okay.
of the houses that have just recently sold in the area. We're going to walk them through as to how to stage their home, suggest renovations, repairs, as simple things can, down to just painting, can make a huge difference, changing door handles. So we'll show them the CMAs. We'll also, and one of the things that I do is I always give a net sales estimate, and that helps whether you're working with an agent or not. What that'll do is get the fees that any seller has and will incur at closing, no matter what. Your title, your taxes, your stamps. And Harry, you know this. People sometimes get to the table and like, what? I didn't know all this. I had to pay for this. So, so we're going to break the ice and let them know what they're getting themselves into. Once we walk through the house and the house is ready, we'll have professional photographer come in. On an average, they're saying that seller will increase with using a professional photographer like at least $3,000.
You mean my iPhone just walking around snapping pictures isn't good enough?
It really doesn't tell the true story. So, so that would be another thing. We're going to list them on the MLS. We're going to showcase the property. We're going to do open houses, postcards, flyers. So anything that a seller it gets overwhelmed with if they were to do it on their own, and we've done it every day. We do it every day. So we're going to hold their hand. We're going to sell their house. We're going to negotiate the price. We're going to walk them through the offers, and if there's if we should suggest them to counter offer. But we will get the highest price for them.
What time of year should we sell? There is, and you touched on it briefly earlier, but in more detail, everyone assumes springtime is the best time.
They do. And I would say nationwide, May is probably the most popular month. However, right now is a good time to sell because it is a buyer's and seller's market. So you have buyers still out there.
Sure. Harry, what about getting home values off the internet? I mean, you can go into Zillow or whatever right now and type in your address and they're going to spit it out. Talk about that compared to working with someone like Carol.
Well, if you're looking at just getting a value, average value, there's nothing really wrong with checking out a website like Zillow. I do it sometimes through refinances. As far as selling your house, maybe to get a good idea, check Zillow, but it's not always 100% accurate. Sometimes I've seen some fluctuations as high as $100,000 on the value of properties using Zillow. But other times it's kind of accurate, but it's not a replacement for a well-seasoned realtor that's going to really market your property. So if you just want to use it to get a good idea of how much your property's worth, yeah, go for it. But don't use it as a replacement for a good seasoned realtor.
All right, Carol. So home's up for sale. Can anyone just walk through my home once it's available for sale?
When you have an open house, usually anybody will walk through your house. But you're going to also have a licensed agent. Sometimes you have a lender with you. So it's monitored pretty well. Other than that, you're gonna a buyer will go through their agent, and it'll be a qualified buyer, and that buyer's agent will set up a time with the listing agent.
Okay. Keep everything above board, everything official, as opposed to
absolutely.
if you put a sign up in your front yard that said home for sale, any Tom, Dick, or Harry could walk up and
Absolutely.
and you
And you
could
don't
get
even
excited and go, oh, I haven't had a showing before. No one's had any interest here. Come on in.
Sure.
You have
It's
no
very
idea who you're
unsafe.
letting in.
Yes.
All right, let's get into some of the details now of what we should do. They always say kitchen and bathroom is the most important thing. Should I go out and spend $30,000 upgrading my kitchen?
I would say no. Okay, and the reason why is because the return might not be there. Depending on if your kitchen just needs modification, maybe countertops, granite countertops, knobs. You could maybe resurface the cabinets. I mean, that works. Appliances, new appliances make a world of difference in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Flooring.
People still love stainless, don't they?
They do.
They do. That cracks me up, man. Overpaying for appliances just to get a certain look, but hey, it's your money. You can do with it whatever you want. And I'm glad you brought up knobs as well. Just the knobs, the hardware on the outside of the
Little
cabinets.
details, yeah.
Yeah, my problem is, Harry, I still love the oak look. And I know oak is out. I know it's got to be white or gray cabinets or whatever. I don't want to live in a white home.
I'm sure it'll come back in though.
That's why I'm keeping them.
Yeah.
That's why I'm keeping them. What about bathrooms? Same kind of thing?
Yeah. And I actually have seen bathrooms right now, the double sinks are real popular. You can change out a vanity very inexpensively.
Right. Absolutely. All right. So let's say people, list with you. Carol O'Malley with Keller Williams Preferred Realty. When you get ready for showings and things like that, what should you do in terms of getting your personal items out of the way, or do you leave everything kind of lived in?
Okay, I suggest when we do the pictures, and I have a fantastic photographer I use, we will stage the house. And I always ask the sellers, after we look at the pictures, please have the showings look like the pictures. And most of the time they do pretty good with that. Personal items will cloud a buyer's thinking. They're going to see their stuff, somebody else's stuff, in their space that they want to buy, and it's not going to help the purchase at all. Pets do the same thing. I mean, there's nothing worse than having a dog bark through the whole showing. That's what these people are going to remember. Or they see a dog in a crate, and then they're like, oh, they feel sad.
I feel sad. A buddy of mine went looking for a house one time, and they had about a 170-pound bull mastiff that was just drooling all over the place.
Yeah.
It was like a 30-second showing. They're like the house, but we're out of here.
Well, a lot of people are allergic as well.
That's true. That is true. Absolutely true. What about cleaning carpets? That seems probably like a yes.
That's a given. And if it still has stains, what I would suggest is offering a carpet credit. And a lot of buyers are fine with that, so they can put in what they want.
Okay. All right. Carol, just in your experience, you've been doing this for a long, long time. What are buyers looking for when purchasing a home? I know it's a general question, but I know you have some specific answers.
Yeah, they are looking for turnkey ready, basically, but they're looking for some modification. They don't want to have to walk into the house and have to do everything. The spaces helps, but if you can make a small room look very large just by some paint, opening up the windows, lighting is huge, when you walk in. So they're looking for an updated home, basically. Some modifications. They want to see some updates for sure.
Right. And when it comes to pricing a home as well, everybody wants to get the most that they possibly can. I was in East Peoria the other day with family, and my nephew, my niece and her husband, they were trying to sell their home, and they bought it for this amount, and somebody lowballed them, and by the end of the day, they got them up to, maybe $500 below list, which was really, really good. But we think they had their, we were talking about, whether or not they started too low or too high. That's where I think you come in, because most people, you can't price a home based on what a website says. I think you really need a seasoned veteran, don't you?
Yeah, you do. For the first 2 weeks, if you don't have any showings or if you don't have any offers, you're price too high.
So it's that quick you can realize that.
Quick,
Okay.
That quick. And actually, if you don't have one call on the first week, there's a problem. So
Yeah, especially
first
in this
week, huh?
market.
yeah, Yeah,
Wow.
well, there's that many buyers out there right now. They're looking. So
Okay.
you should at least be getting a call.
Harry, let's talk about finance options. NuMark, what do you have for those who want to do some home improvements, for example? As Carol mentioned, getting things ready, countertops, maybe hardware, some paint. What kind of options do you have if you're ready to sell? Seems kind of crazy taking out a loan to sell your house, but it does make sense.
You know what? If okay, so just to give you an example, like when I sold my house, I ended up taking out the countertop, and the countertop was this baby blue countertop that I hated for a while. So I took out that baby blue countertop.
You should have hated that from the start, Harry.
Well,
but go ahead.
I did. I'm like, nobody's gonna buy it with this. So I ripped out the baby blue countertop, blood and sweat. Put in a new neutral colored countertop, painted. And you know what the people that bought my house did? They ripped out my neutral countertop and put a baby blue countertop in.
Are you kidding me?
Swear to God. So, like, what might be good for me might not be good for the people that are buying the house. Everybody has different tastes. So I would say if you're looking to sell, maybe just price and give credits, maybe clean up the property a little bit, but don't go throwing a ton of money into the property, because you're never going to get that dollar to dollar ratio back, because you have to take out a kitchen in order to put the kitchen in. So you're going to get very, very little off of that. Will I say, will a new kitchen increase the value? Yes, but will it increase your sales price? Not as much as you're going to put into it. So I would recommend against taking out a loan to sell your property and just look at selling it as is. Although, if they're looking to stay in the property, we have home equity loan options and cash out refinances that I've done. That have helped people do their kitchen and bathrooms. But if they're looking to sell and move into something else, I probably wouldn't do it.
I know as a lender, you tell people, get the inspection done by a professional, someone you can trust.
Yeah, absolutely. I always recommend getting an inspection. They're the professional. I got inspections for every home that I've bought, so I would definitely recommend an inspection.
No doubt about it. All right, Carol, let's talk about warranties. Can you offer incentives to potential buyers to move the property?
Absolutely. A home warranty I recommend for my buyers and my sellers. Reason being is it covers everything that your homeowner's insurance doesn't, and you don't want to have to take out or go against the homeowner's insurance. Home warranty will cover washer, dryer, dishwasher. It'll cover faucets, toilets. They cover, furnaces, hot water tanks. So basically anything that could go wrong.
And usually does.
Yes, especially if you're buying a vacant home or the house has been vacant for any length of time. Yes. So those are always good incentives to offer. Also, closing cost credits. We work strongly with closing cost credits with buyers.
Okay. Carol, you are with Keller Williams Preferred Realty. You have any listings here in Will County? Wakena, Frankfurt area?
I have some in Oak Lawn, and I have Palos right now.
Okay, in Palos. All right. So that's not too far away from here at all.
No, it is not.
All right, cool. Well, nice meeting you. Thanks for coming in today.
Thank you.
And we appreciate it. It was painless, right?
Okay.
What's that?
Really easy.
Really, really simple. Harry, if people need to get hold of you, if they want more information about loans, about, anything at all, and to help them buy or sell a home, they just go to NuMarkCU.org and you'll be right there, right?
Yeah, I also accept smoke signals if they want to. Yeah, they can either go to the website or give me a call directly, 815-744-6767.
All right, and Carol, you have a website, I'm sure?
I do, CarolO'Malley.com.
CarolO'Malley.com.
Yes.
All right.
I work with buyers and sellers.
All right. There you go, folks. Prepping your home to sell. That message has been delivered to you by NuMark Credit Union. Don't forget, if you have an eligible loan with NuMark, you now have the option to skip 30 days of payments, not once but twice a year. Would you like to take a break from a loan payment? Break free. For more information about NuMark's financing, give them a call at 729-3211. Visit their website at NuMarkCU.org. That's NuMarkCU.org. All right, here's our trivia question for 2 Baker Square pie cards. Is it a buyer or seller buyers or sellers market? First correct caller on the Turk Furniture Studio line at 254-7300 wins the prize, 815-254-7300. Is it a buyer's or seller's market? First correct caller wins. Good luck.
Wheels rolling on an old Toyota, twist top on the sun-kissed soda, your brown hair in the West Coast wind. If heaven is anywhere, 90s hits at the